New, and new. All new with rimfires on the 100-yard line. Stay tuned. You're going to want to see this. Range fans, that's right. All new 100-yard line. You've not seen this before. You've not seen this cap before either. You know what? Wife paid me a little respect. I'm the boss. I can't believe she bought me that cap. I feel like the cap might cost me a vacation or something like that, but that's a story for another time. Folks, I'm on the 100-yard line today with a Winchester 52C and iron sights. Oh my gosh. This train wreck. It's a little windy out. You can see the flags blowing. And I've got 100-yard small bore blue targets hung up downrange. The blue is more acceptable to my vision in this day and age. And I've got some Eley match. And we're going to put 2 5-round groups on 100 yards with these Redfield Olympic Pro iron sights. Oh my gosh. Now, I got to tell you, this is not the first time I've tried it. I did try it a couple of days ago, and if you go over to dayattherange.com, you'll see what those groups are like. And it was really just sighting it in and getting the sights adjusted to in the barrel season to Eley match to see what it would look like. What would you say? On paper, I guess. So what we're going to do is shoot, again, 2 5-round groups on the blue target downrange, but that's not it. You know you're going to get it here at Dayattherange just like I get it. Yeah, that's not it. We also got the Remington 40X, never shot at the 100-yard line. We're going to try the same thing with Remington X. 2 legendary classics on the range together to shoot 2 5-shot groups at 100-yard small bore rifle targets downrange, except one has a scope and one has iron sights. Let's see who the King of Kings is, truly. I know it's unfair. Iron sights, Mr. Revolver Guy with your bad eyes, iron sights, really? That's right, really, folks. I haven't shot iron sights in over 20 years. I'm not sure what this train wreck's gonna look like, but I hope that you find it entertaining and also educational. Let's get after it. Sissy, Jess, I don't know that I need to say much. That's what your mom says. So I want y'all to remember this when I say the entire family, it's time for another family gathering at the range. Keep that in mind. All right, folks. I've got 5 rounds of Eley match loaded up for the Winchester 52C. We're going to see how these Redfield Olympic scopes will do me today at 100 yards. Guys, I don't know why I am not feeling the most comfortable about this. I am not sure. Maybe because my camera downrange is very close to the target to try to get you guys that footage, or because I'm gonna be embarrassed by this train wreck. Let's get after it, let's see. Whew, this trigger is light, folks. Is my eyes blurry or is there dust in that sight? Oh my goodness. 1, 2. Oh, did you guys see that? I barely touched that trigger. Oh man, my mistake, and it went off. Wow, that's why you practice safety at the range. I may have to adjust this thing some more. I did hit the trigger, totally my fault. Oh boy, just blew that group up. Always pointed in a safe direction. That's 4. And that's 5. I tell you what, folks, I got to make this last 5-shot group count. That's a little unfair. I'm getting used to this rifle. And the gentleman that I have this from told me, hey man, that trigger, if you breathe on it, it'll go off. It is drop safe, but if you breathe on it, it absolutely will go off. So ounces on this trigger. Wow. Okay, here we go. Let's buckle down for these last 5. Trying to hold it in the same spot each and every time. By the way, folks, the globe on this thing in the front, it is really kind of big. Even on that 100 blue dot, I've got a ton of area around the side. I wish I could get a little bit tighter. If you know where I can get some additional inserts, please let me know down below in the comments. That's 4. I have no idea what this is going to look like, folks. And that's 5. That speed lock trigger is something else. Well, there's 10 rounds downrange, and I got to be honest with you, folks. I got to go downrange, take a look at them. Be right back. Oh, yeah. I'm pretty excited about that, folks. Oh, my goodness. Take a look. That's what 20 rounds from the Winchester 52C looks like. I don't know if this was my flyer or not over there. When I just breathed on that trigger, it went off. Oh my goodness. Now, let's move on up to that Remington 40XB clean target. See what it can do. Oh, range fans. Now on to the Remington 40XB. But I will say that Winchester 52C with iron sights in these eyes, I think I'll take it. But you know what? The first thing I wanted to do was put a scope on that thing. I sure did. I've got to admit to it. I wanted to put a scope on that thing so bad. And I might just use it to try to perfect my iron sight shooting or get as good as I possibly can with these eyes. Guys, it's been 20 years since I've shot iron sights on the range like this. Absolutely amazing. Now, moving on to the Remington 40XB. This 40XB is single fed. You can go over to dayattherange.com and learn all about it, the scope, the setup. It is bedded in a McMillan stock, all that good stuff, right? Yep, but single fed. So we're going to put 10 rounds. Scope, single fed. Now, having said that, you've probably seen a previous video with the Remington 40X and SK rifle match. Folks, that was phenomenal. Now, it was at 50 yards. Let's see what this old man can do at 100 yards. And I'll know if I should start calling out some of my favorite rimfire friends for 100-yard shots. And by the way, I should have some bipods on the way too for Mr. Josh, who likes to poke at the big fella. I mean, with Josh, he's just poking you in the eye all the time. You guys are going to want to see a video he put together. It's a little funny, a little embarrassing, but a little funny. Guys, let's get on to this 40XB. Here we go. Oh, where's my ears? All right, got my ears. Okay, now what can we do? Get the scope hairs cross level and not warming up the barrel or anything. I didn't do that with the 52C. Not gonna do it here. What you got, big fella? I got to tell you, the trigger on this thing here ain't no slouch either. That was pretty high. I'm going to take the same point of aim, see what the groups look like. Dead center of the X. Boy, I don't know. Is this thing like the old Eley match or not? It is windy, like I said before. which to me kind of explains the vertical spread you see there, because the wind is front to back. That's the first 5. Remington, you ought to be embarrassed. It's the first 5, and that group ain't nowhere near as good. And let me tell you something. The trigger on this thing, it ain't no slouch either. It ain't like the 52C, but it ain't no slouch for sure. Maybe I need to try some SK rifle match. Taking the same point of aim. Right dead crosshairs, right dead center on the X. This is number 3. And 4. And this is the last one. Last one. I'll measure the group, but I'll also score them by points on the target. Oh, last one way out. Hey, there you have it. The Remington 40XB, Winchester 52C, duking it out, fighting it out at the 100-yard line on official NRA 100-yard small bore targets. Guys, what you think? Is it time for me to call out some iron sights? You think any of those guys with those high-dollar scopes, those friends of mine, I call them friends, those friends of mine that are always poking fun at me about shooting from the bench, shooting from fancy ransom rest and all that kind of stuff, got some bipods on the way. You think it's time to call them out with iron sights? You think they're up to the task? Tell me down below in the comments. By the way, tell me where I can get some inserts for Redfield Olympic front sights. I wish I could make that objective just a little bit smaller. I mean, I can just about see the entire full square through the objective that's in there now at 100 yards. Maybe that's set up for 50 yards or something. I don't know. My first time shooting that thing. Anyways, there you have it. 100 yards, Winchester 52C, Remington 40XB. Hope you all enjoyed it. Subscribe, hit the bell for notification, like, and by the way, you might see on the video super thanks. That's right, super thanks. Funding the channel. I assure you, every single dollar will go back into the channel, whether it's for ammunition, whether it's for bipods. I got enough. I think I had, actually not enough. I think I had 100 or so bucks donated here over the last couple of weeks. And I put a couple of $100 with it to get a bipod on the way. We're going to see what that looks like. Maybe that's a train wreck waiting to happen, but we'll see. Hope you all enjoyed. Mr. Revolver Guy, signing out.